In the comments below, I want to know right now where you guys rank Ben Simmons when it comes to being one of the best players in the NBA. Just give me your current ranking. That's all I want to know. Now that we've gotten that out the way, Ben Simmons is an absolutely phenomenal player. I'm talking about this guy is a one-man game changer. I truly do think you can put Ben Simmons on a lottery team. I'm not going to say that lottery team is going to make the playoffs, but they will possibly be a threat. This guy can guard 1 through 5. He can make your bad players look a lot better. He's one of the fastest 6'9" guys in the league when it comes to pushing the pace. 6'9", 6'10", whatever you want to call him. This guy gets up and down the court in a blur, and he knows how to finish and make others play beyond their level. It's crazy, man. I've seen so much Ben Simmons hate because he won't shoot jumpers that it feels like everybody discredits everything else this guy is amazing at. Not just good. Ben Simmons has the potential to be one of the best players in the league currently, but I feel like that's what frustrates everybody. He's already amazing, but he can be even better. And him becoming a lot better doesn't even involve a major change in his game, depending on who you ask, I guess. Because if Ben Simmons simply shot the ball at around 30% from 3, even the mid-range area, he would become a much, much better player. Remember when I said Ben Simmons has the potential to become one of the best players in the NBA? Well, what if I told you the Philadelphia 76ers were willing to trade him? You might not believe me. Before we go any further, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You will not want to miss another Get Like Coop video. And that's facts. This upcoming week, I'm going to be streaming a ton. I have my setup done. The face cam is ready. I think you guys are really going to enjoy my streams. I'm going to drop a link to my stream in the description below. In that same description, you'll also find a link to my football channel. And guys, I am going to be going very hard on that channel very soon. I say this like every video, one of the best scorers in NBA history. I really feel like you have to say that before you talk about Harden because there's so much negativity surrounding him now. And I really just don't want people to forget how good Harden truly is. Earlier today, The Athletic reported this about James Harden from an anonymous source. They said that James Harden pretty much messes up your whole organization. They said he's a terrific scorer, but not a championship player. They said there are concerns he can negatively affect a team's culture. I've seen reports saying that Harden would have demanded a trade if the Rockets didn't get Russell Westbrook. And now Harden is the one demanding the trade. And I've also seen reports that Russell Westbrook and his culture issues revolved around James Harden. But of course, we connected those dots a long time ago. I still think Harden and Westbrook are boys, and if they wanted to make it work out, they truly could have. But I don't think there's a question about them being the right fit for each other, because we know it didn't work out. Earlier today, Woj reported that the Rockets are increasingly expanding trade discussions on James Harden beyond his preferred destinations of Brooklyn and Philadelphia. And in this situation, I have to say, good for the Houston Rockets. I didn't know they were initially trying to please Harden yet again. In this case, they may have not had a choice because Harden has tanked his value so much that you have to be a very, very brave team to take him on, knowing everything that has happened over the past decade surrounding him and the Rockets situation. Again, I understand why teams are interested in Harden still. James Hardens don't become available that often. And when you can go out and you can get somebody that can bring a team of me's to the NBA playoffs, you kind of want to do it. At the end of the day, the name of the game is winning a championship. The more star players you have, I feel like the higher your championship odds become. And in the NBA, it can be incredibly hard to acquire star players. You want to know why the Clippers gave up so much to get Kawhi and PG, even though it hasn't worked out at the highest level? The Clippers knew that getting two stars, a superstar in Kawhi Leonard, is a very, very tough task to do. And man, the Clippers actually have a lot of nonsense surrounding the Kawhi Leonard situation now. And we are going to talk about that in an upcoming video very soon if you guys would like. I'm not sure tampering is even the word. So despite Doc Rivers saying that he likes his team, and despite Morey being heavily invested in their squad, Shams came out today and said the 76ers have been going all in on James Harden essentially, including Ben Simmons in trade packages. If you're trying to get James Harden and you're offering Ben Simmons, you are definitely heavily invested. Now, of course, Shams has also said the talks have not been fluid. So James Harden is readily available to the rest of the NBA. My question is, if what Shams is saying is true, and Shams isn't normally wrong, what package are the Houston Rockets saying no to for Ben Simmons? If I can get Ben Simmons for James Harden, I'm going to do it. My assumption is there has to be some disagreement on pick compensation. But seriously, if I could just get Ben Simmons for Harden straight up, if I'm the Rockets, I'm pressing send. But of course, I'm somebody that's very high on Ben Simmons, and I'm somebody that just watched James Harden tank his value, not as low as it can go, but these past few months have definitely not been great for the value of James Harden. And I think that's all tactical from Harden, and I think that's painfully obvious. It seems like recently he's just been trying to stick it to Houston. Now, if the Philadelphia 76ers do go out and they acquire Harden, they have a great team. They already have a great team. That's the thing. I think the 76ers will be contenders for many, many years with their current core. So them going out and getting James Harden is another win now move that I'm not going to say I hate, because this is a team that could easily win the championship. Harden and Embiid surrounded by all those shooters and defenders sound absolutely ridiculous. But I do question just a little bit, because naturally I'm a guy that likes to question things, and I think that can be a very good thing, just not taking things as they are. If James Harden ends up being bought in Philadelphia, yeah, I think this is a team that can definitely go out, contend at the highest level, maybe win a championship. It's going to be tough. The league is in a good place right now. The Lakers are really good. The Nets are going to be good. The Raptors are going to surprise people. The Celtics are good. The Heat are going to be back. Honestly, it's just a great time to be a basketball fan. Apparently, the Miami Heat and 76ers are currently frontrunners for Harden. And apparently the Heat don't want to part with Duncan Robinson in a James Harden trade. This James Harden situation is one of the wildest I have ever seen. Harden in Miami, though, might be a vibe. Where do you want to see Harden? Let me know. Let me know what you guys feel about this whole situation. Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm Get Like Coop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.